Uh, what a long day. I'm tired. So I was thinking, I, growing up, I never enjoyed going out, going to parties, going to events, whether they were set up by the school. If it included, if the events were music related, dancing related, you know, grooving, as they call it, I was never really interested. Maybe I would go, but for the first 30 minutes, everything just fades off, and I I regret going there because I view it as boring. Even if there's a lot of people drunk, dancing, whatever it may be, it's just boring for me. And I always thought it was because, oh, I'm an introvert. You know, I'm a pretty chill, normal guy. I don't like exciting places because I don't view myself as that interesting. And then I thought today, as I was walking down the street, and I don't know where this thought came from, but I thought there have been a very few margin of people that I've met that are interesting. And if I can count almost all the people that I find interesting in my life on two hands, you know, and those are my peers. I'm talking about my peers. And I've always wondered how I managed to get it's a normal space when I'm with these people. It never feels like um, incomplete when I'm with them, or I'm punching above my weight, you know. And as I was walking through the streets today, I thought a lot of people are mediocre, and that is not to shame anybody, but a lot of people just desire average lives. They don't want to believe it so, but they do. And what is the average life in South Africa, you might ask, for the typical 20-year-old? Well, uh, this is my opinion. You you have a work, you have a job, a 9 to 5. Even if it's not a 9 to 5, a job either way, you know. You like to go clubbing every Saturday or Sunday or Friday as well. You have a lot of friends which are just a photocopy of yourself. Nothing very interesting or outstanding about them. Besides from maybe they really are, they are the vibe of the party. People are attracted to them because of their, what do you call it? Charisma. You know, I would reckon that most 20-year-olds and above are charismatic. They like to go into drink. They're like they have a girlfriend or something like that. I don't know. And then I took into my life to perspective. I have a very interesting life. Most may whoever may say otherwise. That's up to them. But I see my life as very interesting, which is why I never feel like I should be going out every Saturday. I'm looking forward to drinking with friends or going out to the clubs. You know, whenever you hear that people are going to graduate grade 12, they're looking forward to the freedom of drinking and going out to parties. That's not the first thing that comes to my mind. Not even, not even the last thing, because I see those things are very boring and mediocre acts. Interest in people's lives. Nothing interesting about them. I look at my life. And yes, I am bragging. I look at it my life, and I put it at face value compared to most individuals that I've met that I thought, no, that's pretty boring existence. Yeah, I'm always picking up an interest. You know, I'm a 20-year-old. I'm pretty fit, pretty ripped for my age. I'm very fast. I'm very strong. I'm picking up a skill in boxing. I want to start doing my athletics sprints again. I enjoy calisthenics. It makes me feel like a ninja. I'm practicing my handstand push-ups, handstand walking, handstand holds. Pretty articulate person, and I have pretty interesting friends. I have pretty interesting friends. I have a very loving family. I have a very chill father who gives me the experience of driving to faraway places. You know, for my age, there's not a lot of people doing that. Traveling to Limpopo, afterwards going to north, west, and then I would say I'm the pride jewel of my family. All right. I do mechanical engineering. I study it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think it sucks. I don't like waiting for too long. I've been in school for 12 years. I'm tired. I'm about to sign up. I already signed up to go to the military. You know, by the end of this year, I'm gonna be joining the military. That's a pretty interesting existence for me. I'm not asking for more. More wouldn't be a problem, but when somebody asks me what are my plans, what are my goals, and I tell them that, you know, they might not be very big things. Well, aside from the mechanical engineering and a military thing, I think those are one of my biggest plans. But small ones that really challenge me on a daily basis, practicing my handstands, you know, getting into boxing, trying to learn how to fight, to defend myself, but also because it looks cool. It looks cool. I want to try that out. And I, I like serene places. I like walking. I like to be very physical, you know. And just got a call from one of my friends that he's asking me to come back to rugby. I'm not sure about that, but I might take him up to that offer because it'll just be adding more interesting things in my life. But I try to make sure I don't spread myself too thin. So gotta keep that into gotta think about that. And then man, I think most people would be put off by the things that I do, you know. Most people don't really have an innate interest for these things, and no shame to them. But I'm weird. I'm weird, and most people are normal, and I like being weird, you know. And I was actually looking at the company I keep around me. They are very pretty interesting people. I have one friend who majors in computer science. He's coding. He is a fitness fanatic like myself. Starting a YouTube channel, a podcast, SebWorks. Pretty interesting guy, you know. And I don't think I'd still be friends with him if I wasn't a pretty interesting guy myself. Because he's a pretty smart person, and I consider myself dumb when I'm around him. Like I'm a rock. Like what? But you know, we can hold decent conversations with each other. And then the close friend group, right? They are also pretty interesting. We're very different, and somehow we've come together. I'm not gonna out them by names or anything, but yeah. So if you're out there and you're wondering why you're not interested in or you wanna, or why you don't wanna partake in actions that most of our peers do, don't fret. Don't be ashamed of it. You're weird. You are breaking away from the normal route that our peers take, young men like yourself take. Enjoy being weird, because you're a pretty interesting guy in my eyes. Guy or girl. But let's be honest, it's pretty hard to find girls that are pretty interesting. uh, if you close your eyes and just listen to what people say, pretty much you could decipher that most people are not interested. Most people are interesting only by looks, by the nice things they have, the nice things they wear. But say you are a blind guy and you spend around time with these people, you realize there's really nothing interesting about them. The world tricks us with all its glamorous things. As young men, we are tricked with all the glamour of the world. But imagine if you could not see anything. You could only go through life just hearing things. I'm not saying like you're blind, but imagine if everything was just silhouettes, you know? You'd only see silhouettes of things so that you don't bump into them. And you could hear voices, you could hear all the noise. You'd I would reckon that you'd find most things very boring. Imagine going to a party and you just see silhouettes moving around, the music, shapes of people, of things, no sparkling things to grab your attention. You'll find it pretty boring, I think. So I think it will be in our best interest to listen more than to look. I've done a lot of looking, but not a lot of hearing. Yeah.